Hello, everyone, and welcome to Weaverbirds Live TV with me, Karen Weaver, and
me, Emma Weaver. I think I say it the same way.
I'm just going to take a deep breath. Yes.
You're a busy bee.
We went live. It is a busy time, but I like to call it productive because we are launching books galore. All these books are fleeing out into the world, finding their way, finding their readers. It's the most magical time. But can I share with you something that you don't even know yet? And there's not much you don't know.
You keep doing this.
Oh, it's not a biggie. It's not a biggie. But see the way my hair's got a bit more volume today.
Where have you been?
I was getting a photo shoot done for the cover of a magazine, so watch this space. It's coming out in December, so yeah, it'll be fun.
Oh,
I just slipped that into the day just by the skin of my teeth. It was like, yeah.
Do I have time to do this?
And just something funny that happened, family-wise. We know Mary, my Mary. Mary had me signed up today to read a book about an astronaut, one of my children's books about an astronaut in her class today, and I didn't know about it until I rocked up at school. Yeah. So it was, she had news and they had to talk about space, and she knew that I had done this space book with Alex the astronaut. Yeah. And she had the teddy in the book and everything in the bag ready for mum to read. She's a smart cookie. She has not much to learn.
And so what did they ring you and say? What time are you coming?
I said, I'm going to have to just stay and do it at the beginning of school. And she said, no worries. So yeah, we did that. It was interesting. Oh,
she's like her mommy.
Yeah, it was hilarious. So how was your week?
Yeah, well, gosh, I've been quite busy. I've been doing just different bits and pieces. So I am in the middle of writing my second book, obviously, you know this, Mental Wealth. And I've asked for a couple of people to contribute to the book. So I actually started getting some submissions this week. I was like, oh my goodness, this is mad. So I got some submissions, delighted with them. And then also I've been working really hard with Chet with developing our mastermind, so Peak Wealth Network, and it kicks off on the 1st of December. So there's been a lot of work, a lot of different things going to schedule in it as well. And then I was away off shopping with Mommy yesterday, so there's a real balance going on in my life.
It's a beautiful blend, as we like to call it, isn't it? This beautiful blend that is our lives. And how gorgeous. Oh, so lovely. Did you get anything nice?
I got a couple of nice wee things. It was so funny, like, because Mum, you know, she likes to buy wee bits and pieces for us or whatever. And I was standing there thinking, I need to really appreciate this moment of standing in a shop. And even at my age, your mum picking up something and buying it for you. It was something so that cute.
Something that she thinks that you need. Yeah, I love that.
It was really cute and random. And then the TEDx in Enniskillen, flat out, just, I mean, Ada has been amazing with my social media. I have it all sitting ready to go, ready to click the button on it. I have the theme, the date, everything all sorted, ready to go. I've just got one thing to confirm, and then we'll be hitting the button on it. And,
amazing. So
we've got our pages on Instagram and Facebook, TEDx Enniskillen. So if anybody can give us a wee follow, we would appreciate that.
Follow TEDx Enniskillen, everyone.
Yeah.
I had to do a bit of I know you invited me, but I had to go and find it on Facebook.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was one of those things. But it was because there was no space between the TEDx and Enniskillen.
It's all together. Yeah. So you're keeping well. That's good.
Just keep swimming, sis.
Swan, you are a swan.
It's all, I work my ass off in terms, you know, because when my kids are off in school holidays, you know, I'll be hanging out with them. But we're also the shop. We got the keys of the shop last
Yes.
Thursday, and so
Your
that's all
banner
happening.
is amazing.
Do you like it?
Oh,
That
see when
was
I
an
seen it this
inspired
morning, I
moment.
think it's class.
Yeah, it was an inspired moment. I was like, when we're at the beach, it was
Yeah,
all the, yeah, and these are all the that's all part of the group. So it's like it's very
it's lovely.
exciting and nice. It was always on the bucket list to make
Yeah,
that happen. So
it's gorgeous.
watch out, Rockingham Beach, here we come.
They cannot say the word ward.
Yeah, exactly. And we have got somebody very special joining us today who does magical retreats in the amazing Lake Como, but she is a career coach, and
Yes.
we really want to hear from this amazing woman. Olive, are you ready to come and join us? Yes, you're coming anyway.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yay!
Ever ready.
Listen, it's lovely to be here, ladies. Thank you so much for the invite. You know the way it's, and even just listening to what you've done this week. My God, all the different things that are going on. But Emma, the TEDx, amazing, and Karen, the
I
shop.
know.
Like it's just lovely to sit and see, the growth even over the last year. It's just fantastic. You know the way. So, and thank you for inviting me here. Big gratitude. So it's lovely to share space with you today.
Gratitude
Oh,
right back at you, Olive. You know we adore you, and I have the pleasure of Olive's company
Yeah.
twice a week when we do a book club together. So it be fabulous.
yay. And I believe you guys are catching up at the weekend. So not fair. Tell me about that.
Oh, I cannot wait, Karen. I've been in the company of Emma virtually for over a year, and it's just so lovely to meet her on Saturday and to give her a big hug. But it's not just you, Emma, too. It's our little team, isn't it? We have a little mastermind book club group, but it's lovely to get into that space and to physically be there, with each other on Saturday. So it's gonna be lovely. It really is. I think everybody's really looking forward to it, aren't they?
Yeah, it's going to be
Oh, it's
special.
going to be amazing. It is going to be amazing. Olive, you're talking about us doing lots. You do amazing stuff. I see your socials. Please share with us what you're up to and also this amazing retreat that you've got next year.
Yeah, no, I mean, and opportunity to let people know about it too, folks. But basically, I am in the space of career coaching, and I've been supporting, mentoring, and working with my clients for a number of years. And one of the things that's come out of that is there's a technical piece about finding a job or looking, if you have a midlife career crisis or post redundancy or early retirement. But there's the other piece, which is the person piece, which is the mindfulness piece, which is the well-being piece. And a lot of people come to me looking for answers, and I'm looking at them going back at you because answers are all within. For me, it's really important to provide an environment where people can connect with themselves. And that's a huge part of what I do. It's like you have within folks. You just need to quieten everything down and sit and connect with that. So because it is a huge element of the career coaching side of it, it was a natural next step then to kind of look at doing retreats where you can have people coming to you for a number of days and just to sit and connect with themselves, connect with nature, just recharge, just to give themselves their own love, and to get into that frequency of sitting and really deciding and asking what it is they want out of life. And this is huge post COVID as well. A lot of people are going through a review as to where they want to be, where they want to go. A lot of people don't want to go back to where they were prior to all of this. So it's
Mm-hmm.
a lovely thing to like come and do that time to connect with like-minded people and with yourself. And for folks, Lake Como is just the most amazing place. You see by the pictures, it's not just about yourself, it's about nature. It's just been in that space. There's a fantastic energy there. And for me, it's always been my go-to. I mean, I've just been lucky, the fact that Italy came to me when I was interrailing in the 90s. And I always go there, I always get a sense been energized, from the place. And anytime any emotional or I've hit challenges in my life, I've always taken a week out and come back feeling recharged and ready to, kind of deal with whatever, I'm facing. And I would love to do that for my clients and people around me. It's kind of, listen, folks, it is difficult sometimes, but it's also lovely to take that time out for you. And then when you sit with you, you can realize you do have the power to actually, deal with whatever it is that you're hit with. But it's giving yourself the chance to listen to yourself. And I think we don't do that enough. Sure, we don't. There is that magic in that, that space, that oneness with yourself that can do with anything. It can do with anything.
It gives clarity, doesn't it, Olive? It just that space to stop and pause, puts everything in perspective. It helps you declutter that doesn't serve you anymore. And the experience, that collective experience of sharing that with other people, it's very powerful, isn't it? And for you to guide
Yeah,
everyone through that
yeah.
in the most beautiful, magical location. It's just these things that change the trajectory of your life, isn't it?
Absolutely. And it's just taking everything back to zero, isn't it? Because sometimes we feel overwhelmed, and then when you actually sit down and think it through, is that clarity, Karen? It's that mental noise that's going on. And it's just for you to sit and put that into some sort of order, and to allow yourself, even with the law of attraction, it's to allow you to actually sit and say, what I actually want, and to name it and put it out there. But when you are in your own space, you're allowing yourself also the opportunity to see the signals. As we know, when you put it out there, the signals are sent to you, the opportunities are sent to you, the way to achieve what it is that you want is already there. And if you're too busy doing other things, you don't actually see them. So, it's just a lovely way as well to kind of connect back in and kind of go, okay, this is for me and this is why it's for me, because I'm now seeing the opportunities. And like you see yourself, Emma, as well, like when you've sat down, you do a long way meditation and self-reflection. But I mean, look at the opportunities that are coming your way. It's just fantastic. And it's taking that time to sit, connect yourself daily, not even on a daily, weekly, monthly. It's not even the yearly piece. But for me, it's been a game changer. That reflective, journaling, meditative, just sitting with me and not being afraid to sit with me. And I think a lot of people are afraid to sit with themselves because they don't know what's going to come up. And they don't realize that by doing that, it's actually a very therapeutic and a good thing to do. And we all need it on a regular basis, I have to say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And
Isn't
as
that
your
what the
book says,
magic
it is
is?
the magic. Yeah. And as your book says, it is the magic of mindfulness and well-being. It really
Yeah.
is. It
It is, because
tools,
whenever you get into
self-care
that emotional
you.
space, and especially the peace, when you have inner peace within yourself, you don't sweat the small stuff, don't you not? You just don't do that. You're getting on, you're in flow, things are working, and your energy is different because, and people will notice that they're going, what? What is she doing? What is she? What is that's this? Aura around this person that just seems to make things happen, just have a Midas thought, because sometimes I say to Emma, goodness, Emma, I have to stop thinking things. Because when you're in
She
that,
actually
you
does say
know
that.
you're in that flow of receiving, because your emotional connection with the flow
Yeah.
of receiving is so powerful. It's like, wow, it is very special. But it's identifying that and really
Yeah.
connecting with that. And we all have the ability to do that, but we need, those that we need the scenario there to be able to reconnect with that, isn't it?
Do you know what I find fascinating,
Yeah.
Olive, is that
Absolutely. And
you're
that,
a career
yeah.
coach and it's all about coaching people through their careers and whether, they've just decided to change a career or redundancy or whatever it is. And that has actually evolved now into offering these, and there's several different retreats, Karen. So offering
Mm-hmm.
these retreats tailored to different people, going on an identified need through your coaching business. It's unbelievable.
Love it.
Yeah. But you see, Emma, that's where, a lot of people come wanting the practical side of, putting together an action plan or a strategy or, what next. And I'm kind of going, yeah, that's fine. But you tip the scales the other way because you need to look at yourself first and ask the questions. And it's a time to reevaluate and check in with your values, check in with you. And so the mindfulness and well-being comes higher than the actual practical piece of getting a job, because a lot of people repeat the same mistakes again and again. They just send their CV out, get into an interview scenario, and just take the first job that comes to them. But it's taking
Yeah.
it back and actually reviewing you and where you're going. The likes of redundancies are a good thing because it gives you a chance to reassess. You have a few bob then to retrain, or but it's also about you. It's connecting in with you. And a lot of people don't connect in with their career unless something drastic happens. They just fall
Mm,
into a career and just follow a career path that the company that they're working for defines for them, and they don't actually take back control, and they don't realize that they can. So for me, it's kind of coming at it from that point of view. It's control of you and your destiny and what you want, as opposed to playing somebody else's game. And that's where I suppose the whole mindfulness and well-being came in, because you have to, as we all know, we have to be strong first internally before we can change anything externally.
mm,
Connection has to be done before we can do anything else. And a lot of people don't realize that. They put a band aid, they just go for a job and they don't kind of look and see what sort of problems they've been having, the kind of career choices that they've been making. And if they look at it, there's trends there. They're attracted to certain types of people, certain types of jobs that mightn't necessarily be for them. And there's a lot of people doing jobs that they're very good at, but they don't like it. So it's a time to kind of sit and reassess that as well. So for me, it's a natural thing to bring the well-being and mindfulness in. And like even for me, even around, I mean, I was a bit woo-hoo about it all, if I'm being honest, 5 or 10 years ago. And then I got into
mhm,
my own journey around meditation and affirmations and the law of attraction. And for me, I see a massive difference around bringing that side of it into it. So it's huge, and nothing is single. It's all a circular piece, and it's like but I think we forget that we're a huge part of it, and we need to put ourselves centric and everything else then around it, as opposed to putting the job centric and you behind it. Because for
mhm.
me, that's where the natural move, went. And I suppose there's fabulous, the way the place that we're going to, as you've
Yeah.
seen, Emma, like it's stunning. We have a meadow with olive groves. We're sitting in that doing yoga and meditation every morning just to start the day. We're journaling, we're reflecting, we can hike, even foraging. There's so many different things that people can do because we're also near the mountains and we're along an old mule track that goes back to Roman times. That connects you with, like, there's all the forest bathing and earthing and everything. Like, there's no end to what we can do. It's just lovely. Every time I go there, I see other things that we can add. So for me, it's the start. I mean, it's our first ones next year, so it's the start of something hopefully great, and a place and a safe space for people just to be and connect with themselves and meet like-minded people and new friends.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be great. Can't wait.
Oh, I mean, do you know what it is? All of the business world is ready for this.
Yeah.
I see it in my realm. My two worlds are colliding. My entrepreneur Karen McDermott and Karen Weaver, the writer, are merging because the business world is ready to know all of. Like, see what you've just said. All of that is. I just go yes, 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 more, 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 because that's exactly what there's this transition happening, and it's not just because of COVID, but it is kind of too because people are stepping back into, well, life is short. Let's get, what do I want out of this life, because it could be over before I know it, kind of thing. And they are, because people can just go on that wheel and just stay on that wheel and not think
Yeah.
of jumping off and try, from fear. Some quite often they're just stuck in a trap financially and they don't want to take that leap or whatever. And then absolutely, whenever something happens beyond your control, it can be the best gift of all, because you do have to then take action. But that is like the fresh start.
Yeah.
It's like the biggest gift. And if you just jump back on that wheel, you're never going to change that for you or the future generations of your family or people around you. You need to stop and go back to that. And it is reconnecting with, yes, the business mindset, but to also bring in the mindfulness around it, so that you can get the deeper sense of purpose. Whenever you're connected to that, wow, it's very, very powerful what you can make happen, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the one brilliant thing that COVID has done is that it has made us put work-life balance to the center of everything. Whereas most of us, the way we're, me included, we're in stressful environments, doing long commutes, and people kind of have enjoyed that time, have enjoyed their walk in the afternoon, spending
Yeah.
time with kids. They're not putting the kids to bed in the morning or getting the kids up in the morning or even going when the kids are in bed and coming home when the kids are in bed. That whole, I want a bit of everything, so the job is everything. It's that balance with financial. Obviously, financial is a key part of it. But I think people are craving that connection back to nature, themselves, just that balance. You've seen it, Emma, even yourself with mental health.
Yeah.
Companies are now realizing that they have to set up the environments for performance, yes, but they also have to support their employees as well. Mental health is so important because the amount of people that have been stressed and burnt out, highly anxious in their jobs, it's huge. I'd say the percentage is up there 60 plus. I know with me, a lot of people that come to me, they're burnt out or they're
Yeah.
highly
Yeah.
stressed, highly anxious. And that is a horrible place to be walking into every single day because that's
Yeah.
naturally going to feed energy to the people around you, to your family, to even the job that you do. You're not necessarily set up for success. And personal success is not even because you are attracting negativity because you're in a negative space. So, it's so important now. And that's what I love about COVID. Like, me, I'm always positive about these negative scenarios. But to me, the biggest lesson about COVID
Yeah.
is to really define what you want
Yeah.
and
God.
to connect with yourself, believe in yourself, and go for it. Just smash it out
Mm.
of the block because it's all there to be had if you actually allow yourself to just, believe that you have the intelligence within to achieve it.
That's
It's
right.
great when you connect with that.
I could just listen to you all day.
All of us singing your song, sis.
I know,
This is
I
it. And that's
we
why
absolutely sing. Yeah. Go ahead, Olive.
Yeah, and the world of work hopefully is going to be much better going forward.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's the most important thing, is that employers now are forced, in the best sense, to
Yeah.
actually do right. It's no longer good to have a gym in your building when you have your employees working 12 hours a day,
That's
or a yoga class at lunchtime. If you still have them working in stressful environments, that's just a token mindfulness. That is not reality. And what I love about Emma is that she scores companies based on their men,
Mhm.
and she advises them as to what they need to do and then rescores them. And that is a wonderful. But Emma, I love that because that means that they're accountable
yeah.
for success, performance, but also for mental health. I think it's
That's right.
brilliant, and the more companies that do it, the better. I think it'll make life a lot
Absolutely.
easier for everybody, won't it?
I think so. It'll
At the
Absolutely.
end
create
of
a
the
whole
day.
different culture. And that's what we
Yeah.
need.
Having them see what they don't see,
Yeah.
and you just covering over things. Olive, where can people find you? Please share.
Yeah, the best thing to do is to get me on Instagram, Olive Murphy Consult,
Yeah.
and probably the most live of the video and the pictures that I mean LinkedIn. You get me on Olive Murphy Consulting LinkedIn, but
Yeah.
generally the retreats, if people are interested in retreats, link into the Instagram account because it is constantly live, isn't it, Emma? There's some fabulous
Yeah.
videos going
Yeah.
up,
I love
and it
there's
just shows
yeah.
it shows the space and it shows what we're doing. So, and then if anybody then wants to drop me a DM or whatever, no problem jumping on Zoom call and having a chat with them. That'd be great. But yeah,
Oh
no,
my
we've
gosh.
June, July, August, and September of next year. And we've different types of treats based on what you want. But listen, if you fancy coming into a space of just connecting with yourself, drop us a line and we'll see if this is for you. You know? And then
Yeah.
Emma's there next year anyway, so you can be telling everybody about it. You'll be experiencing it firsthand, which is great.
I'm there in July.
Yeah,
Amazing, amazing. I might be too.
yeah, no,
Fingers
I think
crossed.
it's
absolutely.
Karen might actually be
You
here
need
too.
it after then. It's still in Emma.
Yeah,
Oh,
Oh, okay.
absolutely.
Well, there you
Olive,
go. We never will
yeah,
watch this space, Karen.
Watch this space. Absolutely. Olive, thank you so much. An absolute joy. I knew we would go way over time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so.
Well, sis, what can we
I
say?
know, I know. Olive's gorgeous. I cannot wait to meet her on Saturday because, like she said, we've been virtually, hooking up and having conversations and book clubs and all different things, and we're going to physically get to meet on Saturday, which is quite
It's so
exciting.
special. It's so special. Give each other an extra squeezy hug just for
Yes.
me. Pretend you're mine.
I will.
Oh my goodness. So
It's
what's
amazing what
happening?
she's doing, Karen.
No,
I'd be
it's
like, just even the
it's
story.
actually,
Yeah,
yeah, it's changing people's lives. It's
yeah, yeah.
changing the baton that people pass to each other and their families. It's changing that, and so you're not just settling for what somebody else chooses for you. You're actually choosing what makes your soul
Yeah,
light up, and then you can serve well in the world because you're filling your cup as you go along. I just
that's
love
right.
it so much.
Yeah, yeah, it's really, really good.
Oh, right. Let me share book. I'm doing loads of book, 3 book lunches tomorrow.
Yay!
Oh, well, I'm speaking tomorrow at the Lady Americas event. I
Oh,
think
I
it's at 10
seen
a.m. in
that.
the morning.
Yes.
Yeah, it's crept up really fast. I haven't promoted too much, but I'll be there sharing. Sarah Blake's in there as well. Kathy DeMarcus is in
Yes.
there as well. And then tomorrow evening, we're launching What the Boy Hears When the Girl Dreams. Intrigued.
Oh,
It's a literary novel by
yes.
the amazing Graham Friedman, who came to Serenity Press Lazarus, our literary brand. And
Yes.
the cover is beautiful, intriguing, but it's an amazing. It's getting rave reviews, and he was with one of the big five publishers, and we got him. So
Oh
he's
my
amazing.
goodness.
You have to watch that interview. The interview with him is at my 4 p.m. So it won't be middle of the night for you.
No, no, it's if it's your 4 p.m., it's our 8 a.m., is it?
Yeah, 9, I think. Yeah, 8 or 9. And then an hour and a half later, I'm interviewing Mike Mackay, who
Seen
lives up
that.
the road with a view of the beautiful beach. And his second novel, Scam at 5 Mile Road, is launching tomorrow. And then we're going to have a physical event in my bookstore in a few weeks' time. So that is
Oh, lovely.
exciting.
That's quite
Yeah.
nice. Imagine
And
all
then
the book launches you're going to be able to have in your bookstore.
I know. Just yeah, it's all just for my authors, though. I'm not, I do local authors and things like that.
Yeah.
Because one of my good friends, Kerry Ridley from My Little Bookshop, she's setting up her own book shop up there as well. So we'll collaborate and do amazing things together. So
Lovely.
just keep smiling, and then I have the weekend off to
Oh,
recharge the
how
batteries
did you manage
and
that?
have fun. You got to do it. You got to
I
do
know.
it.
Any
If
ice
you don't, you
skating?
burn it. And ice skating, the bruises.
Very good.
Oh, well, you guys have the best weekend, and we will all catch up again next week. But thank you so much to Olive for joining us. We love
Yay.
you. We love your work. And thank you to everyone for watching. We will see you again next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.